said the truth was flexible, like it bends to what you need. You said the past won't follow you if you walk away with speed. You wore your confidence like armor, like nothing could come through, but every action leaves a shadow that's still attached to you. You thought it wouldn't find you, you thought it would return, but silence keeps a record of everything you burn. Karma doesn't rush, he remembered hers. Every line you crossed in December, every promise you let surrender. You can run, you can pretend, but she waits around the bend. Karma doesn't rush, but she remembers in the end. Now you're saying you were reckless, like reckless makes it light, like damage disappears when it fades out of sight. You say we both were drifting, like the current had control, but currents don't start moving without someone letting go. You thought it wouldn't circle back into your view, but time keeps perfect memory of everything you do. Karma doesn't rush, he remembered her. Every word you tried to censor, every bridge you chose to sever. You can rise, you can descend, but it all comes back again. Karma doesn't rush, but she remembers in the end. I don't need revenge, I don't need defense. The weight of truth makes its own sense. Karma doesn't rush, she remembers every fall and every hurt, every crack you left unscented. You can hide behind the trend, but it circles back again. Karma doesn't rush, but she remembers in the end. She remembers. She remembers. She remembers in the end. You said it wasn't what it looked like, said I was reading in too deep. You read the truth in careful silence, let your promises fall asleep. You wore your innocence like armor, think I would never see it crack, but every whisper leaves a shadow, and shadows always echo back. You thought the noise would fade away if you just turned it down. The sound keeps traveling, even underground. The echoes don't lie when you call my name. Every word you try to hide still sounds the same. You can run from the truth, but it won't change. The echoes don't lie when you call my name. Now you're saying you were confused, like honesty just slipped away. But confusion doesn't rewrite all the things you chose to say. You thought I wouldn't hear the difference between the silence and the blame, but distance only makes it clearer when you whisper out my name. You thought the walls would keep it safe, like it would never resound, but truth keeps circling when it hits the ground. We echoes don't lie when you call my name. Every word you try to hide still sounds the same. You can run from the truth, name. I don't need revenge, I don't need blame. The silence is louder than anything you could say. The echoes don't lie when you call my name. Every crack in your voice gives you away. You can turn down the lights, but it won't change. The echoes don't lie when you call my name. You said the truth was complicated, like it bends when no one sees. You said it's all about perspective, like perspective changes gravity. You let your words drift out of orbit, like they wouldn't circle back. But even silence has direction when the weight of it reacts. You thought you could outrun it, you thought it wouldn't descend, but nothing stays suspended forever in the wind. Gravity always wins in the end. You can rise but you'll descend in the end. Every story that you bend falls back down again. You can call it what you want, you can try to pretend, but gravity always wins in the end. Saying you were uncertain, like the ground just moved away. But the ground was always steady, you just chose not to stay. You say we both were drifting, like it's equal in the fall. You were the one unanchored when you stared beyond the wall. You thought you could escape it, like truth could just suspend, but weight pulls everything back down again. Gravity always wins in the end. You can rise but you'll descend, and then every miss that you bend falls back down again. You can change the angle, you can try to defend, but gravity always wins in the end. I don't need a fight. The truth has its own way of setting things right. Gravity always wins in the end. Every fall has a descent in the end. Every word you ever bend finds its consequence. You can look for somewhere else, you can circle the bend, but gravity always wins. Always wins. said you needed distance, like distance made it right. You said the past would fade away if we turned off the light. You thought I'd stay and changed, like I would wait for that. But every step you took away was teaching me the facts. You thought I learned too slowly, you thought I wouldn't see, but lessons travel faster than you believed. Lessons travel fast when love falls apart. Every lie you passed leaves a mark. You can run ahead, you can restart, but lessons travel fast through the heart. Now you're saying maybe you were scared to stay, like fear rewrites the story of every word you say. But silence has a memory, it keeps it in the dark, and everything you left undone still echoes in my heart. You thought I wouldn't notice, you thought I'd stay the same, but growth moves quicker than blame. Lessons travel fast even when denied. Every truth you mask comes alive. You can change the frame, you can shift the light, but lessons travel fast in time. I don't need to chase you, I don't need to fight. Time already showed me what was wrong and right. Lessons travel fast when you let love pass. Every shadow cast comes back. Travel fast, they travel fast. They travel fast. You said it wasn't personal, just something you outgrew. You left without a fracture, like breaking hearts is what you do. You called it self-protection, like distance makes it kind. But even glass remembers every crack you leave behind. You think the story ends when you walk away, but reflections don't disappear at the end of the day. The mirror's waiting for your turn. Every lesson you don't learn, every bridge you choose to burn. The mirror's waiting, you can't run from what you've done, but the truth will still return. The mirror's waiting for your turn.
Shine like silver, polished for the light, but silver tarnishes slowly when it's left out overnight. Yeah.
You think that time will blur it, like memory can bend, but mirrors don't forget. The face they always send. You thought it wouldn't circle back into your view, but every step you're taking is leading back to you.
The mirror's waiting for you to say every silence, every word, every line you ever blurred. The mirror's waiting, you can hide behind the glow, but the surface still will burn. The mirror's waiting for your turn. I don't need a point, I don't need to say. The reflection always finds its way. The mirror's waiting for your turn. Every fall and every burn, every truth you overturn. The mirror's waiting, you can change the light you stand in, but the image won't adjourn. The mirror's waiting for your turn. It's You said forever like you owned it, like time was yours to spend, like promises were pocket change you'd never have to mend. You held my trust so loosely, like it wouldn't slip away, but every clock was ticking, even when you chose to stay. You thought love was endless, you thought it wouldn't bend, but nothing lasts forever when it's built to pretend. You were living on borrowed time, counting seconds that weren't then mine. Every truth that you left behind was catching up inside. You said we'd be just fine, but the warning signs were clear. You were living on borrowed time, and the end was always near. Now you're saying you were careless, like careless makes it small, like cracks don't turn to fractures when they echo through the walls. You say we both were fading, like it wasn't just your choice, but silence has a signature and I remember yours. You thought I wouldn't notice, you thought I'd never see, but borrowed things return someday eventually. You were living on borrowed time, spending love like it was light. Every promise undefined was falling out of line. You said we'd be alright, but the cracks were drawing near. You were living on borrowed time, and the end was always here. I don't need to fight. Time already told me who was wrong and right. Ooh, you were living on borrowed time. Every second was in mine. Every warning, every sign was written in your eyes. You tried to press rewind, but clocks don't interfere. You were living on borrowed time, and now it's crystal clear. Borrowed time.
said it wouldn't matter if you let it fall apart. You said we both recover if we followed separate hearts. You walked away so certain, like nothing would return, like love was just a chapter you could close and never learn. You thought it ends in silence, you thought it disappears, but every choice you make still lingers here. When it comes back, don't look surprised. Every word you left behind still survives. You can turn away, you can close your eyes, but when it comes back, don't look surprised. Now you're standing in the quiet, like you never saw it bend, like consequences fade if you wait long enough for them. You say you didn't mean it, like meaning fades with time, but some things keep on circling until they realign. You thought it wouldn't find you, you thought you'd outrun it, but nothing stays unfinished when the truth is lit. When it comes back, don't look surprised. Every bridge you burn inside still survives. You can change the light, you can shift the sides, but when it comes back, don't look surprised. I don't need to warn you, I don't need to try. The weight of every moment balances in time. Don't look surprised. Every truth you try to hide still survives. You can run ahead, you can redraw lines, but when it comes back, don't look surprised. It comes back. It comes back. You said we just grew distant, like distance has no cause. You said the spark went missing, like it faded on its own. You talked about the timing, like timing chose to leave, but left doesn't just unravel without a reason underneath. You call it circumstance, you call it fate. Somehow our choices don't make themselves, they're made here and now. You built this ending with your own hands, brick by brick. You let it stand, you closed the door, you drew the line. You built this ending, this wasn't mine. For perfect, I only asked for truth, but silence kept expanding in every room with you. You say you never meant it, after all these years. You call it something mutual, like we both share the plane. But walking out was your step, even if I stayed. You built this ending with your own hands. Every silence, every chance, you turned the key. You made the plan. You built this ending, so understand. You shaped the walls, you drew the plans. I won't carry what you began. You built this ending, so here we stand. You built this ending. You built this You said you needed something different. Said my love was standing still. You were chasing something distant, some kind of higher thrill. You packed your dolls inside a suitcase, left them sitting at my door. Said I'd understand someday, but I don't think you were sure. You thought the grass was greener on the other side of town. You didn't think to leave it would ever turn around. Would you let go? Finds its way back around. Every word you threw is echoing now. You walked away without a sound. The circles, remember, they come back around. Now you're standing in my doorway, like the night you said goodbye. Looking like you lost the freedom you were reaching for that night. Saying maybe we were something you just couldn't see before. Funny how the missing feels different at my door. You thought I'd still be waiting right where you left me found. But time keeps moving forward, even when love unwinds. What you let go finds its way back around. Every promise broken is louder now. You walked away without a sound. The circles, remember, they come back around. say it with anger, I don't say it with doubt. Some things don't disappear, they just figure